Go. We're good. Fit the descriptions. Situate the words on the page, paint the pictures. Communicate the cause, hold play, press pause. Initiate the cheat code, the street code is threefold that's buried in the people with deep souls in a deep hole. Can you dig it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Spotlight. I wonder how the cool kids survive on them hot nights. When everything is live, I want to look like them. Fake smiles decorated with gems, accessories for the way to pretend. Oh, the way to pretend. Storybooks have got nothing on us. Zip us up and snap the buttons on us. And let the buttons all rust. Initiate the cheat code, the street code is threefold. It's buried in the people with deep souls in a deep hole. Can you dig it?
Yeah!
When I was 5, my grandma put my poems in motion. She said, you can always find the truth in the ocean. We came from the water. Watch the way I paint in the water. Have a dance in the rain and them otter. So what you gonna do? Keep dry from them tears from the sky, but get wet from them tears from your eye. It don't make no sense. Thoughts that you're for the way to pretend. Avoiding where they come from to begin. Nah, us and water equal. Initiate the cheat code. The street code is threefold. It's buried in the people with deep souls in a deep hole. Can you dig it?
Yeah!
Late nights. I listen to the moon's heartbeat, beat, beat. I wonder if I hear it echoing me. It's echoing me. I wonder if I hear it echoing me. What would it watch if my echo could see? Would it search for my efficacy? A dig deep for the effort in me to learn the lessons in me. What would it watch if my echo could see? What would it watch if my echo could see? Initiate the cheat code, the street code is threefold. It's buried in the people with deep souls in a deep hole. Initiate the cheat code, the street code is threefold. It's buried in the people with deep souls in a deep hole. Can you dig it?
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of our Write Out Loud Google Hangout Open Mic Series.
Yeah!
Today we have a special lineup of poets ready to spit their thoughts, feelings, and experiences through the mic. Up first, the poem. I'd like you to give a jumbo round of applause to Poet Queen, Brianna Rogers.
Maternal instincts. Begging for life like child, I am screaming out, Mama, can we keep it? Can we keep it? I promise to love it and feed it and teach it new tricks, but I know I can't. So I'm sorry, Jezebel Lynn, or Jameson Alexander, or whatever tag that would deem you for the rest of life. Mama can't keep you this time. Mama is no mama. Mama's not strong enough to be mama. Not the mama you deserve, who wanted to Jack Kerouac their life only to Lucian Carrot, because I am beautiful and sweet, but dumb. Who gave the baby its bottle only to end up with baby, and bottle upon bottle upon bottle upon bottle, who was unwedded before his words bolted them towards beds. Of course I am ashamed of you. You are the bastard child in Shakespearean tragedies, the thesis statement in my Common App essay, the disclaimer in MTV's Teen Mom credits. Stop basking in the spotlight of future ultrasounds. Stop letting them glorify the glory of your survival, because they'll look to me and they'll say, how brave, how courageous, and I'd rather bow down in grace than to suffer as a hero. I am a runt cub, not queen of lioness. I'm a mere mouse, going out for night walks, scandering at young owls. I question their superiority against growth. We are just not the same. So when they suck you out like child to mother's breast, I will cry, I will sob like child missing their blanket, like an infant being born. I will use my lungs for the first time, gasping for new, fresh breath. What am I if not what I am made for? I am the island of misfit toys, but no dolly for Sue, or for Jezebel, or for Jameson. No life for Jezebel or Jameson. I cannot feed you. I cannot love you. I cannot teach you new tricks. I am not pro-choice, but pro-chance, as in give me the chance to grow before I love you. And in return, I'll give you the chance to grow into my love.
Give it up for Brianna! Ow! I heard that we have Marilyn in the house, so we want to shout out Marilyn! Ladies and gentlemen, up next to spit a poem on the mic, a very special guest. Please clap for Will Johnson!
I'm a mess, and I can't decide whether I splatter or define. Can't tell if I'm chaos or the crisp meniscus on an autumn swimming hole, water cool and calm, waiting for disruption. Emotional paint grenade resting calmly in the hand of her mother. She is beautiful, but not ready to decide how beautiful she is, an indefinite enigma of flowing colors and shapes, X's and Y's variables, without rhyme or reason, but purpose. Beautiful, beautiful purpose. Thank you.
Give it up for Will Johnson! Up next, I'm excited to invite Jess Bell!
We let ourselves lose light for intimacy meant love in the dark, while rain plastered itself to car windows. Helplessly, I tried to be what you needed, but never succeeding in doing so. We were girls that didn't know what we were worth, so we smeared our lips on others who had no right. God, my dear, there is a universe under your skin and tidal waves in your eyes. You can't wait for someone to give you the thrill to live. For toxic people to kiss your bruises and linger on your cuts like alcohol. I wish I could breathe you in, but fragile coated your lips, for you've been broken before. We were just girls that didn't know what we were worth until 2 a.m. phone calls of, baby, I miss you. The history of my mattress, my sheets still smell of you, but you built a home in my chest, so you always found your way in. Simply puerile. Regret seeped under my skin where you should be, but you're touching her. Telling her when her lipstick stains her teeth, telling her everything. Her. You told me to bite down hard or the world would slip between my teeth. But was it a world worth holding on to? Thank you.
Give it up for Jess! Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, the mic is officially open! Up next to the mic, please put your hands together for David Walker, a.k.a. Power Dave!
Can you dig it? And can you dig it? Because Power Dave got a dirty mouth. I hold you down like we in the dirty south. I slang that crack music at about 30 routes. Can you dig it? And can you dig it? Because Power Dave got a dirty mouth. I hold you down like we in the dirty south. I slang that crack music at about 30 routes. The worst I ever heard was, can you dig it?
Give it up for Power Dave! Ladies and gentlemen, up next, I'm very excited to invite Paige Taylor!
I am in love with a blind boy. A boy who can't see the stars he puts in my sky. A boy who dreads looking into the mirror. A boy who completely overlooks his own worth day after day. He tells me I'm poetry. I tell him, let me write. Let me write about the way your fingers feel swirling against mine, how your breath feels on my neck, kisses placed on lips rough like band-aids to stop the tears late on Saturday night. Gentle like early Sunday morning. Let me write about how every once in a while when we're curled up on your couch, I'll feel your hand shake. And my heart leaped. Let me write about every time you called me breathtaking, ravishing, and every time I wanted to say 3 little words and couldn't. I tell him, I want to write about you. All the good things and the bad things and the things that make me adore you like I do. He tells me I'm poetry. He tells me I'm ecstasy. He tells me I'm perfect. And for a little while I believe him as he says it's impossible to look into your eyes and not fall completely in love. And I know it doesn't fit to describe males as beautiful, but my dear, you are beautiful like autumn leaves, like starry night skies, like I will always have trouble tearing my eyes away from you because you're the kind of boy that people write books about. I will write short stories about the curve of your lash line alone because writing about you comes effortlessly. And darling, I know your vision is hazy, but look deeper. Feel the sparks erupting from each fingertip as I trace the words I love you in cursive again and again against your chest. Taste the passion dripping from our lips when we kiss. Avert your eyes from the black hole sucking away at the parts of us that used to be, and instead, feel the burn of the newly formed quasars revolving in your irises. And when you can't make your hands stop shaking, when the dam breaks and the tears come crashing down around you, when you tell me that everything has gone gray, I will make you see the bright colors of passionate, blood-spattered love. We will fight struggles together with lust-filled eyes and wars with our lips, tongues battling the back and forth, spit clashing like tidal waves, and when I tell you I love you, I mean it wholeheartedly. I mean that every night I can still see the way your face lit up when you put on glasses for the first time and told me I was the most beautiful person you had ever met. I can still hear you singing love songs into my ear late at night, quietly, your arms wrapped around me like you never wanted me to leave. And finally, I've learned that life is less about deserving and more about just getting by. And maybe we don't deserve all the pain we've been dealt, but we will still endure it together. We'll weather it like two kids fighting just because we don't know any better, because we all have to face pain, but I never want you to face it alone again. Because sometimes pain is unbearable, and sometimes pain gets the best of us, and those are the times when we need someone the most, and I know it. Because I have felt depression at its worst. I have felt cold, gripping fingers grasping at whatever happiness used to be in me. I've had to count my breaths, trying to let out more than I take in. I have sat in front of that mirror telling me that love isn't meant for the uglies, isn't meant for me, tears staining my cheeks like blood, and yet I'm still here. I still wake up every morning smiling at the rising sun, telling myself that life can be inspiring because you helped that scared little girl in me. You pulled the blanket off of my head, my hands away from my ears, and you opened my heart to something magnificent. And maybe it's because you tell me you're here for the bad days too, or because when I look into your eyes, I can see everything you're fighting yourself to spit out. But lately, I've had trouble using my words. So this is me saying that you are my proof that miracles really do exist. That this crazy free fall we call love is something that I wouldn't trade for the world, and that when you fall, I want to be the hand outstretched to pull you out from whatever darkness you cannot escape. I will be there, and I will kiss you right, and I will sing to you when no one else will. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. And darling, if one day we figure out that this is all just some cruel dream and to show us all the things that are too good to be true, don't wake me up. Thank you.
Give it up for Paige! Before we sign off, we need to give a shout out to you, our lovely audience. It's our hope to connect and infect with poetry. We also want to shout out our nonprofit sponsor, Young at Art. This sponsor helps us in sponsoring us, obviously, and they also allow us a place to perform each week, every third Wednesday of every month. You can come and see live poets spit on a mic for an open mic series and a session. We also have, on the 19th of December, we have an open mic / slam competition right here in Manchester, Connecticut at Young at Art. So come and check it out. It's from 6 to 9, and we're looking for you to be there. We have the pleasure of having Marilyn hanging out with us with some dope poets, from what I hear. And so what we would like to do is turn it over to Marilyn to hang out with us, and we would love to check Marilyn out. You down for that, Manchester?
Yeah!
Hey, how you doing?
Please,
All right.
please call. Stop.
Okay. Many are called, but we have been chosen. Unlike a tame horse, we refuse to be broken. We refuse to be victims in this decadent society. With this dangerous mind, we'll fracture your reality. Grab hold of your thoughts before you can spit it. If it's a crime to murder ignorance, many felonies are committed. And like a phoenix, we have arisen from the ashes, formed from the hearts of revolution and product of urban clashes. And this is a lyrical storm. Announcement, announcement, announcement.
My family has been jumping through fire ever since I can remember. Been more animal than a human in a society that only sees us walking welfare check.
EBT called the brown skin. I am puppet to their master. Master says,
Master say, better know your place if you
My family has been jumping through fire ever since I can remember. Been more animal than human in a society that only sees us walking welfare checks. EBT cards with brown skin. I am puppet to their master. Master says, better go back out on the slave field before. Oh, you get deep. It's crazy how things end up being. I said, it's crazy how things end up being. I couldn't look past their nice smiles and business attire. Their desires for world domination was preferred over the well-being of any other. We're left broken, outspoken, I've awoken from this dreaming into the nightmare. Scares lurking around every corner. So is this why you claim not to tell the American people what they lack of knowing? Dealing out false information, looking for a false solution to cope for a future disaster. You're a procrastinator, active in the scheme of doing anything to make a quick buck. They feed us lies like a mother telling the tales of Saint Nick. We fall for any and everything they say. We're like zombies with only one purpose, which is feeding the money. They sit back, relax, feet up and no worries. Like modern day slavery, they depend on us for everything. They sit high like kings and queens off of the minimum wage. We break our backs for a soul. Ask yourself this sick, twisted, wicked government care about you. They depict a vivid picture of lies based on a corrupt foundation, but our sight has now been taken by the lies they made so true that we can't even define the truth. Many of you may look at me in an upset, disturbed, disgusted manner, waving banners deprive me of how I feel, but chill, because this is just how I feel. My peace of mind may not appeal to the taste buds of all the critics, but before I start getting misjudged, I won't budge, because the way I feel is the way I feel. But on the flip side, I will not. Nor do I want to be classified as an anti-American. For America has shined a great beacon of light on me, for I have many opportunities that many kill for.
All right, Connecticut. All right, coming up, we have Lauren.
Woo!
Yes, all women, I'm sorry my tight dress was asking for it. I'm sorry that I might have caught your attention, but I now wake up in the morning putting on a skirt thinking, will this get me raped? Yes, all women, I am sorry I have curves. My anatomy is something I cannot control. Yes, all women, I am sorry. No, scratch that. I am not sorry. I am not sorry for the countless times being pulled over in a school day because my shorts bring attention in the wrong kind of way. Yes, all women, I am sorry for not being sorry. Yes, all women, I am sorry for not being the clothes on my body. Yes, all women, yes, all women, yes, all women, I am sorry that my shoulders turned you on. I am more than the clothes on my back. And I'm sorry, you cannot handle that. Woo!
Next, coming up, we have John.
I'm running. I'm running away from despair and being thought to cover my head like the hat that used to cover my hair. And who cares about what you say to me? I myself am stepping into my new beginning, my new saga. The thing is going to erase the old me and allow me to embrace the new me. The thing is going to stop me from sinning and allow me to start grinning. The thing is going to remove me from where I am into a new mental state. But the thing is, I know what I'm running from. People say that I run from my friends, my family, my school, but me, I'm running from myself. I'm afraid of what I'm capable of doing and I'm unconscious of doing it. I'm afraid of the old me when I was moving to school and not allowing me to make friends. So I run and I run. But it seems that far as I run, I can't run away from myself. So I look for my new beginning. I look for my new saga. The thing that's going to help me find my meaning, my calling, the reason I came into this world. And that reason is floating around somewhere in my subconscious that's waiting for me to discover it. Most people live in the presence of space and time, might not mind. The time is to leave your line, to leave your flow. And other people live their lives a lie, only see fit in the presence of other people's eyes. So I need to remove the walls from my eyes. I look for that ending prize. I look for my new beginning. I look for a new saga. Woo!
And coming up, we have Jamal.
Woo!
Your pebbles, ever so fragile, broken over each time you heal, but it only builds your strength each time they fall. They reach for the sky in search of sunlight, the light to strengthen and guide from those shadows that hide your eternal beauty. For sunlight will help you grow, surging through your roots and soul. It will nurture and provide, bring back those petals that died, and show the world that you're more than just a delicate flower.
And once more, trying to redeem themselves, Juwan and Daniel. Woo!
My family has been jumping through fire ever since I can remember. Been more animal than human in a society that only sees us walking well-fed checks. EBT cards of brown skin. I am puppet to the master. Master say, better know your place, will be right back out on the slave fields. Picking cotton, picking food our ancestors broke their backs to plant for us anyway. You would think our godfathers Uncle Sam. The way he provides for us with food and formula, for one for him, food to be a four-letter word for foreign. An excuse to be controlled by government teaches society that we're lazy. Too poor to fend for ourselves. It's impossible to reach heights above the stereotypes. All you know is what you see, and welfare is not as bad as your perception. My family has been jumping through fire, but we're not the circus act. My mother learned how to swallow her pride a long time ago. She knew that she couldn't feed 4 kids. She knew that she couldn't feed 4 kids by herself, so we offer pride and self-determination. We're sorry. I was having an enticing conversation with this young black boy, and he told me a very sad story about how when he sits out on his porch in Harlem and all he can hear outside is the repeated clips of the magazine clips and the blood that drips on the side of the sidewalk for him and his friends. They skip to school through. And every day before he goes to school, he has to remember that his heart has to be hardened in his eyes. Yes, his young eyes have to be able to see things a young man should never have to see. Like a brother killing another brother. But then he asked me why they call brothers if all they do is killing each other. I thought brothers was loving, care for one another, not trying to shoot the other and that. That right there is exactly why I find it so critical that us as a people have to stay together. You see, that right there is exactly why I find it so critical that us as a black community have to stay united, because divided we're nothing but ignorant. I am not ignorant. We are not ignorant. Ignorant is a name branded on us by a white man who fancied himself gods and chained and enslaved their ancestors. No, I'm an African American. We are African Americans, not ignorant people who sit out on the corner and sell venom for the people sticking their veins. No, I'm an African American. I go to school so I can spread knowledge. I'm people sticking their brains in. It's insane. He's only a young black boy, no older than 12, but yet he realizes the way that men are our own society. He can see the evil in his own people, and if he can see it, we can see it. And if we can see it, we need to fix it, because I don't want him to have to grow up in a broke society where he sits out on his porch in Harlem and all he can see outside is other young black boys' stories cut short. All he can hear outside is the cries of another grieving black mother. All he can see in the skies is Crimson Red outside. I was having an enticing conversation with this young black boy, but sadly, I had to tell him that I couldn't put back the shattered pieces of this community. Sorry.
Woo! All right, thank you all. You all have been wonderful. We loved all of the poets. Thank you.
Marilyn.
Go ahead.
Hey, before that was amazing. This is so dope to be able to have our poems from Connecticut broadcasted, streamed live to you, and all of your beautiful poetic gifts come to us so that we can grow and develop together as writers and as poets. Before we officially sign off, I would like to be able to chat a little bit, kind of let everybody talk about who they are, where they come from, what their dream is, just briefly. But before we do that, I would like to invite David Walker, who wants to go ahead and do his Power Dave poem for you before we officially sign off. So please put your hands together for David Walker! Yeah!
Can I just read you a poem? Because right now, I'm not feeling too good on my own. So can I just read you a poem? Lately, I've been thinking about quitting this. But I can't deny that I'm into this. So can I read you a poem? Let the rest of the world run. Let me stand here. You can sit here, drop it all here, pick it up when the poem is done. But right now, let me go ahead and read you a poem, because you might be down and out. So let me speak for you. You don't want the world to see, because they don't see what I see in you. This page is soaked with words painted with these hands. I don't have a reason to write these poems, just accept that I can. So let me read you a poem. And if you don't think it'll help, well, then I think that you're wrong. I don't got it in me to write a poem, because it'll get taken for granted, and I just won't be able to stand it. But see, I relax when I shift through the pain and the damage, so I just sat and took hours to plan this. They say, forget all the words except the verbs, because can you repeat back to me what you just heard? No one listens. But I'm encouraged to write more, claiming it's the truth, so they want me to write more. Rather settle petty stuff through my words, but I gotta fight more, because apparently actions speak louder than words, but I'd rather write more. Because then at least I'm in it. I'm just trying to check my emotions. I know it sounds like I'm just babbling. I need a couple seconds. Yeah, I need a couple minutes. So you deserve a crowd for your poems and at least for 1,000 people to listen. This page is filled with words because I just filled myself through a pen. With each stroke, I felt myself through the pen. Some would even say I killed myself through the pen. Write another poem is what I say when I'm staring in the mirror, grilling myself in the end. It becomes worth it. And I know I put enough work in. I didn't waste the night up like the switch to the lights.
Attention please, for those students taking the white bus, please report.
Because you can't help but hear my poems, and that statement is right, because they cut too deep. I'm screaming for you to trust in me. But if you won't pay attention, I'm stealing your time, and no one's ever busted me. You're right. It seems that my ego's too big, and I believe that no one's busting me. I'm hot, because my poems put up spotlights that I stand over and speak. Poetry is a medium where I create and I teach. Poetry is a stage I stand on when it seems that I just can't reach. Poetry is the mic which I use to douse and deliver heat. I don't got it in me to fight a poem. I'll always listen to a poem because that is a poet telling you what it is. And I might not be what you want to listen to, but poetry is.
It is. Yeah! Walker! Yeah! Oh, yeah. Woo! So, at this time, what I'd like to do is give us a chance to kind of introduce ourselves and then to be able to chat with you and find out just a snippet about you so we can keep hanging out and we can kind of stay strong with the poetic connection. So up first, I want to invite Jess Bell to just kind of introduce herself and say hello.
Yeah. Loud. Okay, I need to talk really loud. I'm being told to talk loud. Okay, I'm Jessica, and I'm from Manchester, and I go to Manchester High School. And I started writing when I met Mr. Parker in 7th grade, and what I love about poetry is just being able to connect with people through it, because people tell me I make a difference or I inspire them, and that's really cool. And I've been told to tell you my favorite cereal. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah! Give it up for Cinnamon Toast Crunch! Nice. David Walker up next.
Okay, my name's David Walker. I'm from Manchester, Connecticut. I love poetry because I like to talk a lot, and I'm like loud, and like poetry is where I can be loud and like annoying. And I like sharing my emotions and what I'm thinking and stuff like that. And my favorite cereal is
Really important.
it's really important.
It's
My
really
favorite
important.
cereal is probably Fruity Pebbles. But not like normal Fruity Pebbles, like Fruity Pebbles with sugar on them, like a lot of sugar.
Jesus, Fruity Pebbles is sugar.
Go, next. Next person's coming up.
So,
Hurry up.
all right. I'm Will. I'm from Manchester. Been here my entire life. I don't really know what I love about poetry, but I just do. It's always been just sort of a medium for me, and ever since Parker showed me in 7th grade how cool it could be, I just stuck with it since. And I gotta say, I love Frankenberry.
Go. Yay!
Clap for Will!
Sister.
Alright, I'm Paige. I'm semester, go to MHS. I adore poetry. I want to be a slam poet one day because, like, from the perspective of someone who has trouble speaking and, like, in just, like, everyday conversations, poetry is one of the few ways that I can really genuinely express myself. And one of the few ways that I can, like, actually describe, like, the beauty and the pain and just everything that I derive from everything around me. And my favorite cereal would probably be Snap, Crackle, Pop.
Okay, now their turn.
I'm Ryan Parker, and I just hang out with everybody, and I love poetry. But now I want to get to know. This is an important part. All right, here's the important part. I want to get to know about you. So we want to tune our ears in to learn about who you are. So if you'll be so kind to kind of just give us a little snippet of who it is that you are and why you love poetry, and you don't have to do the favorite cereal part, but I am interested, and it is important.
What's your favorite cereal, Parker?
Organic Frosted Flakes.
Yay!
With banana.
Cool. I thought we were going to take a dark turn.
Okay, listen. Go.
Okay, I'm about to introduce them. I am Neville Adams,
Back on. Let's back on.
founder of Lyrical Storm, and my favorite cereal is bacon and grits. I don't eat cereal.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
My name is Jawan Blocker. I am the president of Lyrical Storm. Let me see. I like poetry because it gives me the opportunity to speak my truth and to speak for people who cannot speak up. And it's a very flattering and great feeling. As far as cereal, I don't really have a special cereal, but I will say that when I get older, I want to be a politician. So, thank you.
Oh, how is everybody?
Good.
My name is Daniel Chukwu, and I am the vice president of Lyrical Storm. I don't really, well, nothing particular I like about poetry. It's just the best way for me to like express myself. And I mean, it lets you like meet a lot of different people. And that's what I like about poetry. I don't really have a favorite cereal. I just love food. That's it. Yeah, it was so wonderful to hear your poetry. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you.
Hey, I'm John. What's up?
Chewing.
I'm here checking over there. Alright, so I like poetry because it's allowed me to like interact with people. I like interacting with people. You know, 1998, 90s kid hipster. So, oh, I got you, Brad. Digging the bow tie. My favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast or Captain Crunch. So. Yes! Yes! He's a genius!
Oh, no.
Hey guys,
Hi.
my name is Lauren. I think I like poetry because it's a way to get my opinions out and voice how I feel about different things and life in general. It's a way to express myself. When I grow up, I don't really know right now. Maybe a doctor or something. Maybe something with law. I guess I'm told I'm good at that stuff. But my favorite cereal is chicken. No, I like pizza. Pizza. Whatever pizza, Hawaiian all the way.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
What's up?
My name is Jamaz, and I'm a former student at Parkdale High School, but I'm always a Lyrical Storm member. Woo! Yeah, so I say I like poetry because it gives life a value meaning. Like it makes you think like, why are we doing these things? Why is life like this? Why is everything the way it is? And the more deeper you think the meaning, the more you feel like you're a part of something. And for my favorite cereal, I have to say it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But really in the morning, I like to eat Scrapple. Scrapple is really good.
Cereal.
Give a bunch of hungry poets. All right.
Get in there.
Thank you. Back to the host.
Okay. Parker, say something.
Something.
Say thank you.
Hey, I just wanna just thank all the viewers, and I wanna thank Neville and Lyrical Storm. So dope and so fun to be able to share the creativity back and forth. In 2 weeks, we will air again live at 3:30 on Thursday. What's that? Hey, you wanna join us?
Oh yeah, we'll join us.
Yes. Woo.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Good. And I don't know. Thank you. Check us out at youngatart.org for any information that you want, all things Pomey, and peace.
All right.
Peace, love.
Loquacious.